This video is going to deal with selling stored grain. The assumption is that the customer has brought in his grain, left it with you on open storage, and you have entered those tickets and placed them on open storage as is appropriate. Now the situation has arisen that he is ready to sell his grain, and we want to show you how to handle that through the system. Begin by getting into the system, into the incoming, and first select Examine Change Customer. And for our example, we're going to use customer number 23, Mr. Burthington. The way you sell stored grain is simply pick this second button on the right side, Sell Stored Grain, and it will bring up our option screen for entering, first of all, the price. And just as an example, let's assume our price is $3.83. Our selling date is 08/25/15, and just again as a way of example, let's assume that your policy might be 30 days of free storage, so you put 30 in there. If it were 15, you would naturally put 15. At this point now, you may or may not be completed with all the information you need to fill in, depending on just what Mr. Burthington wants to do. If he wanted to sell all of his tickets, we then would go down to the button on the bottom that says Sell All Tickets, because we have everything we need, and we'd press that button and his tickets would all be sold. Let's take a look at the tickets just to show you what might have happened. Notice that the storage indicator is all gone. The tickets are all priced at $3.83, and if we looked at one of them, we'll see, sure enough, the price is $3.83. The storage indicator has been blanked out. Storage charges have been calculated and are placed into this storage charge field, and the storage sell date is in 8/25/15. That has been done with all the tickets, so at that point, then we are all complete with selling his grain, and it's a matter of if he wants to be paid off, it's a matter of going to a settlement or whatever. If, on the other hand, what Mr. Burthington wants to do is bring you a list of tickets that he wants to sell, again, you have everything you needed already filled in. It's just a matter of using the button at the bottom that says Sell Selected Tickets, and then it brings up a list of tickets that he has available to be sold. And let's assume that he wanted to sell the first 5 of those. We would simply highlight it and press select, or double click it, and we've sold now 3, 4, and 5 tickets. If we cancel and go back and look at his tickets, sure enough, 5 have been sold. Storage indicator's gone. They're priced. Again, the storage charges would have been calculated, everything the same as we had done earlier. The final option might be that he only wants to sell a certain number of units. You notice in the middle of the screen, as indicated by the arrow, that his total stored is 9,145.5 bushels. Let's assume what he really wants to do is simply sell all 3,000 of those bushels. So we'd make an entry here in units to sell of the 3,000, and then we would go to the button that says Sell Specified Units, press that, and system will have sold the 3,000 units. Let's take a quick look at the examined tickets so that you can see just a little bit of what's gone on. Sure enough, the first few tickets have been sold. We come to this one ticket, 7,100, and it's the ticket that we had to split to be able to get to exactly the 3,000 bushels. And the asterisk indicates the part that is still on storage, whereas the plus is the number that was sold. If we now then go back and to his customer information screen and go to the Sell Stored Grain, we'll notice that instead of the 9,000 bushels, 9,145.5, he now has 6,000 on storage, indicating that sure enough we did sell 3,000 bushels out of his 9,000. All right, I believe that should be a good lesson on how to sell stored grain. There will be more videos in this series to be provided later. Tune back in and see how things are progressing with us. Thank you.